You want to wear that color?
Thought there was some black ones on the chair. But it's all good. Ah, there y'all go. I can see now. Moderation helps everyone feel safe. To build a positive live chat, choose who can participate, set a delay between messages, hide or put people in timeout, manage messages held for review. Add moderators to my. I've been meaning to do that, but let's see. All right, I'm back. What up, though? Happy birthday to one of the best albums ever made, if you ask me. I mean, and a lot of y'all out there say that. Nocturnal. If you ain't got a drink, get a drink. If you got something to smoke, roll it up, light it up. Do I have something to smoke over there? Or did I smoke it all? All right, I'll roll up. So what up, though? In celebration of Nocturnal's 29th birthday, I'm gonna allow y'all to ask me any question involving Nocturnal. Don't ask me nothing about Magnum Force. Don't ask me nothing about Dirt. Don't ask me nothing about no street nothing. None. This is all Nocturnal. Nocturnal or nothing. What up, Coach Kandaka? Monster Megabytes in the building. You all ready? You all ready? Got my glasses on. I can see a few of y'all. So those are the rules. The rules are simple. Any any nocturnal questions can ask away. I'm going to start off with one. I'm going to start off with this one, just so y'all know where I'm taking it. What does Le Fleur, Le Flyer, Scott mean? Technically, it means nothing, but it does. Like, we made it up. Like, Escoshka is a word that Strang made up. We would play video games. Son would dunk on you, break the backboard, and he would just scream, Escoshka! It wasn't even Escoshka every time. Sometimes it was Esporshpa and whatever the hell else. You understand? And we all just adopted it. Le Fleur, Le Fly meant absolutely nothing. Like, when we recorded the song, a hook, yes, y'all, and all of that. You know, notice nowhere in the lyrics does it ever say Le Fleur, Le Fly, Escoshka. Just after, excuse me, after we recorded the song, Ruck just went in and recorded the intro and the outro. Like, I laid the hook, then he went and did the intro and the outro and said, yes, the name of this jam is N'Fla N'Fla. He ain't even say it the same at the beginning and the end. On the beginning, I believe it's Le Fleur, Le Fly. At the end, I think he said M'Fla, M'Fla. He was freestyling. It meant absolutely nothing. What other questions y'all got? That's the most common question. One of the more frequently asked questions, should I say. What we doing? See the artwork? Salute to the homegirl Leah. Blessed your boy. Speaking of art, forgot we live. I ain't got to play around. Hold on. See that right there? It's the original Helter Skelter logo. That's how it was originally supposed to look. And if you look close enough, this is how me and Ruck looked originally. Son had like a nappy afro, and I had the Killmonger dreads. I tell y'all, Killmonger stole my hairdo. Like, I had the dreads that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't see that in the comic books. I mean, I ain't see Killmonger in no comic books, but, you know, I wasn't a comic book fan like that, but, you know what I'm saying? Just brought out a little bit of decoration, memorabilia. Let me see. Should do this. See if this works. I don't see no questions. Anybody? Jay, you in there? You ain't in there, right? See any questions I'm missing? All right. What we doing? So what we doing? Say what? I don't know if that's going to stay there, but I like it. All right, all right, all right. Let me see. Salute to my bro Gongo Roach. All right, let me pick up the phone and I'm gonna read. Let's see. Rusty Jukes in the building. What up, broski? I ain't. Hold on. I see some questions. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Who came up with the concept for the track therapy? Why rock this monster? That was me. I mean, if I think the trained listener, well, I don't know, maybe that's all in my head. Like it was my idea. I think that you could tell that I kind of lead the song. Like it's I'm the patient. I walk into the therapist's office with my own problem, and he's just responding to me. That's basically how the song came about. You know what I mean? The song was based on truth. Like as a youth, I just for whatever reason, all I seemed to think about was violence. And being as how we made, we already knew how the album Nocturnal was about to be hardcore, meet you in the back alley and beat your brakes off music. I figured, back then you had to mix it up a little bit on your albums. You couldn't just have a whole album of murder, death, kill. So, I just basically made a soft song about where I ask a therapist, why do I always think about so much murder, death, kill? So that was like my cheat code. All right. I had to scroll back for that question. GTA 4 is one of the best video games ever made, not going to lie. But that's not a question.
What's your favorite single on album?
Favorite single on the album? Yeesh. That's that's difficult. Um, Three singles: Le Fleur, Le Fly, Scotia. I would probably have to say, I don't know. It was Operation Lockdown, Le Fleur, Le Fly, Le Fleur, Le Fly, Scotia, and Therapy. I would have to say Operation Lockdown. Yeah, I would have to say that because of the I always love when we do a lot of exaggerating, embellishing in our lyrics. I love the lyrics where I tell the truth and creatively, like there's almost no embellishment. It went down like this. One little nigga snuck through the door, people saying, I literally just told the story of how it all came together and, it was produced by one of my favorite producers, E Swift. You know what I mean? Salute to the alcoholics. I mean, it's tough between that one and LaFleur because LaFleur is just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, with the boys on it with us, OGC and Helter Skelter. That's a recipe for a lot of horseplay, a lot of jokes, a lot of goofing off. You know what I mean? The fun, the atmosphere. I'm just reminded of that atmosphere. I prefer performing Operation Lockdown to LaFleur. If that makes any difference.
What gave you the ideas for Let the Let the Brains Blow and Operation Lockdown?
Let the Brains Blow was just that's just rap. We just me and Rupp were hardcore rappers. You know what I mean? And it was just us in the studio being creative. I don't remember how and when what sparked the Let the Madness Begin, that chorus, but you know that was what it was. It's like Helter Skelter was about, boot camp click representatives up until that point were, in the forefront were Black Moon and Smith and Wesson. Helter Skelter was next, and it was about to get wild. So that was the whole, you understand what I'm saying? That was the whole mind frame behind let the madness begin, let it begin, let the madness begin, and let the, you know what I'm saying? Because me and Helter Skelter was boot camp's wild boys, lyrically, at the very least, and in real life on some circumstances. So under certain circumstances.
What gave you the ideas for Operation Lockdown?
Operation Lockdown, like I said, it was well, get Operation Lockdown was just sparked by we was in the studio, the beat was there, and we had to write on the right on the spot, and it was just like, okay,
Who did the beat?
I answered
Oh, you did
that.
already?
Nah, I
Okay.
did. E Swift did the beat for Operation
Oh, okay,
Lockdown,
that was
of the
last question.
Alcoholics. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was just what do I rap about? What brought us here? It went down like this. One little nigga snuck through the door, peeped the scene. You know what I'm saying? So that was how that happened. Let me see. Peace Rock, did you or Ruck ever consider putting Blah on the album? No. We recorded Blah and LaFleur basically. Well, we recorded Blah first, and that was gonna be the single, right? Because it was before either of our albums dropped, right? LaFleur came out before the album dropped, both LaFleur and Blah. But Blah was the A side, LaFleur was the B side. The B side just overtook the A side, and at that point when we was OGC and Helter Skelter were both working on our first albums, and it was like, we'll take one, y'all take the other one. I prefer LaFleur to Blah, so we took LaFleur. Somebody just sent the super thanks. Who that? Brooklyn all day. Appreciate you, fam. BK all day. What else we got? You had a question over there for me, Jay?
Oh, I didn't know if he was going to, if he wanted me to do
I'm
that.
saying we got to catch. I'm just trying to catch them all. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What else? Who else did y'all tour with outside of BCC?
Uh,
And what was the most fun tour?
can y'all hear Jade? She's reading your questions off. To answer that question, who else we toured with outside of BCC? A little bit of everybody. You know what I mean? Like we done been on the road with everybody from Wu Tang to Alcoholics to Mob Deep, Das Effects, Def Squad. A little bit of everybody. Lost Boys. It's a lot. Who was the most fun? I don't know. I can't really say that. Like Bernadette Price in the building. Salute the burn of the burn. Mike Hands. The most, I don't know. The most fun to tour with, I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't really know. I ain't gonna make up an answer if I don't have one. Do I got some new music coming? That's not a nocturnal question. But of course, you know I do. You know I do. What we got? What we got? How many songs didn't make the album? Good question. I could think of about two or three. One was called The Amazing. No, what is that? Is it a greater no? The Adventures of Sparsky and Dutch. And if you listen to like the intro, because in case y'all didn't know, the intro has all of the songs, the song titles listed, stashed in the rhymes. The the Adventures of Sparsky and Dutch is in that song too. It was supposed to be there. So is that song? What else? I feel like it might have been something else. I can't really think of what it was though. I know there's also a remix to that intro, but we ain't gonna get into that. Let's see. Did y'all feel heavy pressure coming up after Black Moon and Smith and Wesson? I mean, nah, we was. I mean, not really. Yes and no. We was. It was more excitement. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's your turn. Like if if you and your homeboys playing a video game or whatever the game is, like if y'all playing a game of basketball and three members on your squad done already scored already, you die, give me the ball. You die in the score at that point. You know what I'm saying? Hands trying to find a question. It's my favorite joint from Nocturnal. I don't really have one. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100. Crash, what it look like? You see your artwork? See your work? Yeah, Batty. Bill Cosby. I think your name is funny. I like it though. Let's see, Jason Williams. Great question. What songs didn't make the album? Yeah, that was a great question. I'm trying to think. Was there something else? I feel like it was something else. Most of the songs we made, we liked though. We used them bitches. It was like nah, be like that was the luxury I had of being a member of Helter Skelter. Your partner was excellent. You understand what I'm saying? So
Someone asked, "Do you still have the raincoat from the album cover?"
hell no, I ain't got that raincoat. I wish it was dope though. Hell, I would wear it if I had it right now.
And what park with the campfire did y'all film Operation Lockdown?
All right, Operation Lockdown was filmed on what was it? It was Ward's Island. Blah was filmed on Randall's Island in this stadium, right? New York got all of these islands right across the street from the mainland. You know what I'm saying? Ward's Island is one, Randall's Island is another one, Roosevelt Island is another one. But the Operation Lockdown jump off was Ward's Island, I believe.
Good question, Karis Knopfler.
Hmm?
So those were good questions,
Yeah.
Karis Knopfler.
Good question. You're right. Absolutely.
Can we ever hear the songs that never made the album?
Possibly. Never say never. I tell you that. If I had them handy right now, I'd play them. But I don't. Not right now.
How did the name Magnum Force come about?
Great question, but it's not a nocturnal question. So I can't.
Okay, it's not on
I can't. You know what I'm saying? The rules is rules.
so the pause button is hilarious.
Where are the reps? One's in Cali, one's in the Bronx. I mean, that's what that's about. That's all I got for you. Bill Cosby, how many leftover tracks from the Fab Five is hidden? That's a great question, but it's not
Right.
a nocturnal question.
Someone said, "Please, can we hear them joints?"
Come on, come on, come on. Let me see. How many did y'all do at Dollar Cab Lab? We did. We did let the brains blow at Dollar Cab Lab. We did. What's that shit? Soldiers Going Psycho. We did there. Salute to Special Ed. Dollar Cab Lab is legendary. Ain't no telling how many legendary artists recorded in there. It was like Special Ed and his DJ Action crib. I don't know if they was their crib, but it looked like somebody lived upstairs or whatever. But it was dope. We did a lot of We did Heads Ain't Ready there too, even though that's not on Nocturnal, but you know what I'm saying? A little
Who
fun.
came up with the idea for the album cover?
Who came up with the idea for the album cover for Nocturnal? Is this a Nocturnal question? I would love to answer it. Nah, it was me. It was me. It was me. It's your boy. Straight out my brain. Yep. Show did. Like, I mean, because I came up with the title. The title just came from how we was living at the time. It was just, we was just, we was on our team Nocturnal flex without really knowing it. And I just put a word to it. I'm like, we naming this album Nocturnal. So I was like, and I don't even think Son asked why. It was just, we was just always outside, 2, 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, like moving, not just outside on the bench either, like we functioning. So from the title grew the album cover, the idea for the album cover, the artwork. And I just started thinking, it was just what I closed my eyes and saw, like, me and Ruck hanging upside down and like bats and the other book. Like I bullshit you not. Like I didn't even think I was going to be able to pull it off. It seemed like the idea was too expensive, like or too difficult. How we going to get niggas in the trees and all of this, that, and the third? In case y'all don't notice, if you look in the trees on this album cover, the reps are there. OGC is in the trees. Smith and Wesson is in the trees. I'm thinking in my mind, we're gonna have to really put niggas in the trees to do that. So I'm like, we ain't gonna be able to. We're gonna have to really hang from a tree. We ain't have to do none of that. I mean, we was upside down ish, but not in the tree. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was my idea. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Great question.
Were you guys nervous on the release of the album? Like how it would do?
I was. I mean, and I'm pretty sure P was too. But it was a quiet nervous. I didn't. I wouldn't tell him I was nervous. You know what I mean? But Ruck, when he had nervous energy, it was palatable. You know what I'm saying? Like I could, he would be grumpy and I would hide it. Ruck would just be like, Ruck would be on some niggas ain't fucking with us, son. in a bad way, like you know what I'm saying? Like not niggas can't hang with. He be like, I don't know if niggas gonna fuck with us, son. Like that type. I could remember some nervous energy on son. Mine was all internal. You know what I'm saying? I'd be terrified, but you won't know. I be having fan moments. I be fanned out. I be in front of my favorite artist or whatever. Be done fainted 3 times on the inside, but you'll never see it on the outside.
Any plans to release an instrumental version of Nocturnal?
Nah. Nah, I can't. I don't. I mean, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I'm not ruling it out, but it's not in the plans. I mean, I'm just. You asked.
How did the Alcoholics production for Operation Lockdown go down?
It was just us. Enjoying our new muscle. Like we didn't even know that. Like I didn't. Well, me personally, I didn't know we could get that. I didn't know we could get an E Swift on the album. I'm like, we don't know them niggas. Like I don't know, but somebody we said we wanted it, and somebody at the label made it happen. I went to the studio. E Swift was there, and I was happy. I heard niggas made him do push-ups when he got there because he was late, but I was later. Whatever, the way I remember it. Anyway,
Did Lord Jamar make the intro in the studio with y'all, or was it already done?
nah, Lord Jamar and Buckshot co-produced that, but I definitely wasn't there. I told Buckshot what I wanted. There was a beat that was floating around on one of our beat tapes, around the crew, and we lost the beat or whatever. And I was like, I remember having a conversation with Buck, like, yo, son, it's this beat. I'm trying to beatbox the beat to him and all that. He like, how it goes? Maybe I can make it. And he started making it. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest is history.
Is The Great Unknown your favorite beat on the album? I don't know if you've talked about your favorite beats on the album.
The Great Unknown I don't know what my favorite beat on the album is. I can't say that it's The Great Unknown, although I do love that beat. It's not my least favorite. How about this? What's my least favorite beat on the album? Um, what's the playlist? Let me see. What's the track listing? Where's my other phone?
Here.
If I had to take a guess off the top of my head, my least favorite beat on that album is La Flor, La Flor, Scotia. Because it was soft. But we picked the soft beat. Well, I picked the soft beat on purpose because I knew we was gonna be rapping real hard. So I was like, we need something. We was trying to play the radio game. I was trying to offset that. You know what I'm saying? Offset the hardcore with a more palatable beat. So off the top of my head, that's what I would say. But I'm gonna double check for y'all, just cause I like y'all.
RJ Payne is in here.
Payne, boy, RJ Payne in the building. I like it. It's the word, bruh. I gotta send you my new pick. I got another pick in the selection. So intro, love that beat. Let the brains blow. Love that beat. Understand who that. Sean Price, Clans, Posses, Cruising, Clicks, Therapy, Place to Be, Soldiers Going Psycho, The Square, The Wiggy, Get Nash, It's a Skit, The Flaw, Proud, Great Unknown. Yeah, The Flaw. It's The Flaw. Yep, it is. Next question.
Who decided to do the second video for Operation Lockdown?
Who decided? I don't know who decided. I think because I know when we first got the first video, I don't know if y'all know which video is the first one and which one is the second one, but the grimy, almost black and white video was the first one. The video with the Indian paint and all of that was the second one. And the first one we paid a lot of money for. Well, we paid we paid a half deposit, a 50% deposit on a very expensive video. I think it was supposed to be like 80,000 or something like that, which wasn't nothing to sneeze at back in the days. I mean, it wasn't $1 million video, but Wu-Tang did the first $1 million video. Anyway, we paid this man 40,000 with 80 on the back end, and it's like we didn't like what we got. We were supposed to get special effects, not camera tricks, which is what it felt like we got. And Drew and Buckshot came up with the replacement idea, and we just ran with that. You know what I'm saying? So we kept the back end, didn't pay to do the balance, and we did that. We got our guy, the guy we usually get, or something like that, and we did that. Let me see. Was Little Rock already in the game when he did the square? Hell no. It's my little bro. He couldn't even read. No, I'm just playing.
Clans, Posse, Crews, and Clicks. Were you guys making a statement?
Clans, Posse's, Crews. So here's the thing. Ruck is disrespectful, right? Anytime he make a chorus, because he didn't like, Ruck is disrespectful, and he didn't really like doing choruses, right? Anytime he did do a chorus, it was the most disrespectful chorus that you understand? Because as a hardcore rapper, the easiest thing to be is hardcore. And being hardcore is, means being disrespectful sometimes, right? So when you think about, to compare it to this song, it was my first mixtape, or my first Duck Down mixtape. I had a song called F That Rapper, right? Ruck did a verse and he did the chorus. I didn't choose the song to be F That. I didn't come up with the name F That Rapper. Ruck did, because he did a chorus. Every time he did a chorus, it was F that rapper, clans, posses, crews, and cliques. All y'all bitch niggas. You understand what I'm saying? Like that was him. So, but the statement, I guess you could say we was making a statement, but we was actually replaying a scenario that happened in the song. One time, my man came to the block. My man, Kids and Bills. He had Kids and Bills before any of us did, right? But he came to the block. He called niggas downstairs. He might have called niggas from the window, whatever. I don't remember. It's blurry. I go downstairs. He got these two or three dudes down there that think they can rap, and he wanted to. He brung them to my block to show them some manners. Now Ruck was happened to be at my crib or whatever, or in whatever. He was close by. I went downstairs first, called Ruck downstairs, smoked them niggas. And so the beginning of the song, we like, oh, so I come downstairs, yeah, niggas think they nice, rapping, kicking they rap. That was, we was replaying that. You know what I'm saying? We was reliving that memory. Salute to P. Renzo. What's my opinion about the new Clip song? If I'm being, it's okay.
It's not a nocturnal question.
That's, he paid $5, but yeah, that's, don't do that no more. Only nocturnal questions. Caught me slipping. All for the money. No, new different rules in this one here. All only nocturnal questions. So I'm gonna help you out. What's my opinion of the new Clip song? It ain't better than the songs on Nocturnal. Got you. Salute to the Clips though, it's my boys.
Do you remember the budget for the album? And would you mind sharing that?
I don't remember it. I really don't. Wasn't no. It was under 100,000 though. It wasn't 100. It didn't crack 100. That I remember.
Was the introduction all live music production?
Was the intro all live music production? You got me ready to text Buckshot. Cause I don't know. I think it was though. Like Buckshot was big on live music, playing instruments and stuff like that. Hey, salute! Thank you for the compliment on the cover. It was all me. It was all my idea. My. Thank you. The Wiggy should have been a single. You know what? It was gonna be a single until we made Operation Lockdown. Things just started getting to. Matter of fact, the Wiggy, no. The Wiggy was the B-side for Operation Lockdown, I believe. Hold on. What was supposed to Understand was supposed to be the next single after Lockdown. No, after LaFleur. Understand was supposed to be the first single, and then we recorded Lockdown. It was one of the last songs we recorded, and then it was like boom. It kind of skipped the line.
You have a sentimental memory with Sean P and making his album?
Tons of them. I mean, we wrote a lot of it in my crib, in my mama crib, in the room. Like Ruck he would come to the crib. Like we wrote Therapy in the crib. Like, you know what I'm saying? We wrote Wiggy in my crib, late night in the crib. Ruck used to have my room was hot. He used to complain about the heat. Yeah, it was a good time, man. It was a good time. Just spending time in the old room. We literally just now got the walls painted over and all of that. You know what I'm saying? From back then. It was a sentimental moment. Word.
Were there any other songs on the album you wanted to make a video of?
I wanted to make a video for all the songs. That was just me. I was greedy like that. Because in my mind, I was kind of swinging for the fences with every song.
What's the story on the two therapy tracks?
Oh, the two therapy tracks. Buck didn't when we was about to make it a single. You know, this is the thing with label people, right? Whenever you're about to make a song, take a song and make it a single, they always hit you with the cleanups. Like, we got to do this, we got to put these bells and whistles on it, we got to mix it down better. Not always, but I'm just saying it was not uncommon, right? So the first therapy had Vinia Mojica on it, and I don't know what Buck's motivation was, but maybe it was just the simple fact that he had a group of singing chicks that he was working with. Salute to them, right? And he just wanted to give them the shine. You know what I'm saying? But the way he presented it to us was like, y'all don't know singing like I know singing. You understand what I'm saying? She ain't, she good, but it could be better. I'm gonna get my girl blah 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 blah, and you know what I'm saying? And that was that. But if I'm being honest, I like the original better. What's next? Do I think I could do a Nocturnal 2 without Sean P? Hell no. Legendary duo. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. That ain't the effing not word. It wasn't. All of that was real. All of those was based off of true stories. I mean, Amazon Rap City with Big Les around the time the album came out. Salute to Big Les. Rest in peace to Ananda Lewis. She was dope too. Let me see.
How much did Nocturnal sell?
I don't know. It was like back in this, it's in its heyday, it made it to about 250, 300,000. I don't know where it's at now. Let me see.
Who came up with the chorus on Soldiers Gone Psycho?
Who came up with this chorus on Soldiers Gone Psycho? Well, that would be me. I told you I came up with most of the choruses back then. Ruck didn't like doing choruses. If the chorus wasn't saying "F you," eat a veiny one, then I probably came up with it. Word.
Who produced The Great Unknown?
Who produced The Great Unknown? The Great Unknown was produced by a gentleman by the name of Shalik Drayton. His family is out. He was Steele's original DJ was a dude named DJ Thorne. He was from my project. Shalik was his older brother. He was older than all of us, but he was from the hood. He loved us all, and he made beats. And it was like, yo. As a matter of fact, Steele's original DJ was Shalik's younger brother, and and their other younger brother was actually the third member of the Representatives. He was an original member of the Reps. But everybody ain't make it over the mountaintop. Salute to Smokey Light. What y'all got next? Questions. I'm surprised y'all ain't. It's one question I'm surprised y'all ain't asking. I came here completely prepared to answer this question that we've never answered before. We always hated to answer it, but
Someone asked, am I bugging or is that Buckshot singing in the intro of the video version of Therapy?
nah, you bugging. I'll double check. I mean, because the video version had his girls singing it. He might have snuck in a note. I'll double check. Appreciate that, Dawn Status. Let me see. Message held for review. you message. I'm not even gonna do that right now. Whatever. Somebody probably said something goofballish. Uh, I went crazy on understand. Nah, Ruck took the goal on understand. I mean, but your opinion is your opinion. I mean, let me take the compliment. I appreciate you. 29 years later, is anything different I would have done in my start in hip hop?
Not a nocturnal question.
I mean, Nocturnal is my start in hip hop, kind of, but
Okay.
it's not really a nocturnal question. I'll make it one by saying I would have nah, nothing. It was fine.
Crash said, fun fact, Ruck's face paint was of the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh yeah, he definitely had Ultimate Warrior face paint on in the Operation Lockdown video.
What up,
Definitely.
Crash?
What it do, Crit Dash? Let's see. We running out of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Can there be a nocturnal tour? I'm all the way behind. What we got? Y'all running out of questions?
I would say this question we've already answered. Like the floor, the flaw, but I think you already answered that, right? Like what that means?
What you said? What La Fla?
Yeah, did you already answer?
Yeah, I answered that when I first started. La Fla don't mean nothing. It don't. I mean, we made up a meaning for the Skoshka is a made up word for like yeah, nigga, probably something like that. But overall, it don't mean nothing. Let me see. Why was Understand edited even on the explicit version of the album? What was it? What was edited? You got to jog my memory. I don't remember that. Oh, you know what? We just want. I remember. We just wanted to have something for radio with no curses. Like I said, that was supposed to be the single, and we wasn't trying to play catch up. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you got the album, you have a record you could play today. Don't hit us up talking about send us a clean version. You know what I mean? Yeah, I do remember that. Let me see. Holy Ghost Rider, that's a dope name. Let's see. If you was able to do another Nocturnal album, would you use the same production? Hell yeah. What up, Rock? What happened?
Nothing.
Okay. Salute to Black Cuddy, Lafayette High School alumni. Let me see. Why didn't we put Blah on there? Because OGC had to get one of the Fab Five songs. Holy Ghost Rider. Alright. Is it true you frontline the war between Duck Down and Bet? That's not a nocturnal question. What y'all got? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Salute to Papa Cashmore. Appreciate your super chat. I mean, we did too. He said he thought therapy was going to be our crossover hit. Shit, we did too. We had the singing on it. He's like, that's all you need. But you know, it's politics. Nobody, no hit becomes a hit just because it's dope. You gotta play ball. What we got? What we got? What we got? Let me see. Salute to Diggs, 1028. Sean P. R.I.P. Rock your favorite MC. Salute. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. If I was in another group, well, that's not a nocturnal question. I'm gonna start back doing Ugly Truth Tuesday, so check for me on Tuesday with all those other questions,
Yeah.
and I'll let y'all know. Cause I'll be here all day, and I'm trying to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? At a decent hour. You know what I'm saying? Was y'all burning incense when
What's
y'all
your
made?
favorite song to perform off of Nocturnal?
Oh man, probably Operation Lockdown. The sad thing is, I definitely had a more favorite joint, but I don't perform it now that Ruck is gone. You know what I mean? And that was the Wiggy, maybe even Place to Be too. Place to Be was fun too. Place to Be gets on my side, dude. You don't want to be the target when I fly the cool. But yeah, a lot of the songs that Ruck rhymed first on, I don't perform no more.
Was y'all burning incense when making Nocturnal?
Uh, Not more than the weed. I don't even like incense personally. Like I've never been an incense ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't really rock with him. But Ruck did. He rocked with incense. I don't know if he was burning them in the studio, but like a Buckshot or a Smith or Steel might have been in there with incense. Top Dog might have been in there with the incense. Something like that. Oh, and a little fun fact, my fingers made an appearance on Soldiers Going Psycho too. I played the bass line in that beat. Ooh, that was me. And on the square, I played the little melody out there. That was me. Those was my fingers. Let's see.
Someone said, I did an homage cover with Spawn and my graphic novel character with the Nocturnal concept. Did you see it?
I don't think so. Send it to me on Instagram. Smoky who? There's a Smoky Light and a Smoky Lie. You guys know Smoky Lie. That's Tech from Smith and Wesson. But Smoky Light, his name was just Smoky Light. That's not an AKA or nothing else. You know what I'm saying? But he was the representative's third member. But you know, things things went in another direction.
Who's Sparky and who's Dutch?
Sparksky is Ruck. I'm Dutch. How long did it take me and P to complete the album from conception to release? I don't know. I have no idea. That was in '96. It was it was some months, probably a year though, close to a year. Let's see. How many unreleased tracks I'm trying to answer that already? We need a boot camp,
How
man.
did the idea of Rug cracking jokes over Operation Lockdown at the outro of the album with Spanish hilarious vibes?
How did the idea of Ruck cracking jokes over the Operation Lockdown at the outro of the album with Spanish Hilarious vibes. Think your question is incomplete. What you wanted to ask was how did that album come? How did that idea come about? You know, Ruck was just a comedian, and yeah, I mean, he did this. You know, he did the voice on the beginning of the actual Operation Lockdown song, and he just it was just such a small sample size of it. You know, wanted to go back and drive the point home. You know what I'm saying? What we got? Question slowing down. Question slowing down. What time is it? What time is it, Jade?
9:03.
9:03. All right, y'all got a few more minutes. Let me see. Any more questions? What would you realize? Let me see. Would you release this project using current technology? What, Nocturnal? I'm not sure I understand the question. Would I? Yeah, I would. I guess
How long did it take to make the album?
close to a year. I hypothesized.
Mm. Someone said, I remember Sean saying that he wasn't fucking with the Operation Lockdown beat at first. Did it grow on you as well, or did you know what it was when you did it?
Absolutely. I'm not sure, Sean. I'm not sure you don't have it wrong. It might have been me who wasn't fucking with it at first, and I don't know. I know I heard it first, and all I heard was like these drums and the beeper noise. Like it was like if you ask me, we kind of were the precursor to ringtone rap. There was no beat like that had a pager, and it was an actual pager noise in the beat. Then shortly after that, I think it was the ringtone song that Cadillac Ty Ja Rule and them had. It was like it was another beat made out of the ringtone, and then slowly but surely, ringtones started becoming songs, and the songs started becoming ringtones, and but nobody will ever draw a line of connection from that to us. But I was there.
Who had the best verse on the fly?
Me. What was it like working with Sean J? Period. It was cool. It was easy going. You know, Sean J just approached us one day and was like, "Yo, I want to get on the album. Don't pay me nothing. Just put my name on it." We was like, "Bet." And, you know, he was just a nice guy with dope beats. To just give me my credit and my back end payments.
Did the, did the alias Bummy Jab carry over from Nocturnal?
It's Bummy Fly Jab now. You know what I'm saying? Just in case you were wondering.
Someone asked, is Evil D really evil?
Evil D is evil on the beats. He's very uneval in real life. He's one of the coolest dudes you could ever meet. You know what I'm saying? But he'd be making some evil beats.
And so, what's the question that you thought everyone was going to ask?
You know, everyone been the box.
What's the question that you thought everyone was going to ask that you're prepared to answer?
Did somebody ask that question?
No, yes, they did. They said, "What's the nocturnal question that you thought we were going to ask?"
Oh, what was your dick doing in the milk? What was your dick doing in the milk? Yeah, but since nobody asked it, we out. I'll see y'all on the next go round. You know what I'm saying? Or Ugly Truth Tuesday, something like that. Because we've been here an hour. And we out of here. And rules is rules. Thank you for joining me. I ain't even take no squigs. I was so busy talking to y'all about the talkabouts. But I do appreciate y'all coming here and rocking with your boy. Next year it'll be 30 years. And we doing something special. You heard? So
When's the next time can they ask you questions?
Tuesday, I'm bringing back Ugly Truth Tuesday. It's where you can ask me anything about anything, not just nocturnal. So, well, as long as you don't incriminate nobody or get nobody indicted or nothing like that, then you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. See you then. Welcome to the nation, folks. If you made it to the end of this here, let me get 4 owls for nocturnal. You can put those in the comments when you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Rock on, rock on.